Welcome to Friday Online Sadhana. If this is your first time tuning in, Satnam is the same thing as Namaste. It's just different ways to pronounce the same syllables. Satnam or Namaste means the same thing. So this is my YouTube channel where I share my sadhana, which is just my personal practice every Friday online. And today, I really like to resist referencing any sort of like run-of-the-mill national anything, because I think most of it's complete bullshit and I don't really care or stay in rhythm with a lot of the things that the majority of people around me do. Even really cool, awesome, enlightened people within my yoga community, I don't identify with a lot of kind of that stuff. But I can't help but notice the energy of when a bunch of people kind of jump onto some idea and ride that wave. I can feel that. So yesterday was Thanksgiving and everybody ate a ton of disgusting food. And probably everybody today is kind of in a repair sort of mode, a detox mode. So I'm just going to stick with that. And we're going to do the Apana Kriya today, sometimes also pronounced Apana. And it's an elimination Kriya. Kriya is just an action or a set of exercises strung together. And prana is the life-giving force that we breathe in. And we take it in through the crown chakra, and we take it in through the navel point. We take a cosmic energy in through the navel point as well. We also draw up energy from the earth up through the root chakra, but then we also have an eliminating force called apana, which eliminates things. So it's like any fluid that you expel from mucus to saliva and vomit to pooping, peeing, even menstrual blood is apana. It's like the eliminating force. We're getting rid of it. You could even think of an eliminating force when you get rid of like a habit or a person or something like that in your life. That's also that eliminating force, getting rid of it. So this is the series of exercises that will help you get that moving. So let's go ahead and begin by tuning in, rubbing the hands together, bringing the thumbs to the sternum, sitting nice and tall with the shoulders relaxed, crown rising towards the sky. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And inhale to tune in with the Adi mantra, Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And sometimes we chant a second mantra when we're starting our Kundalini yoga practice. I don't do this all the time, but I'll just share it today. It's an extra mantra for protection. And it goes Ad Gure Name, Jagat Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siddhi Guru Deve Name. Ad Gure Name, Jagat Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siddhi Guru Deve Name. Ad Gure Name, Jagat Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siddhi Guru Deve Name. Ad Gure Name, Jagat Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siddhi Guru Deve Name. Inhale. Suspend the breath. Exhale. Whenever I hold the breath in, you can exhale whenever you need. And if you want to, exhale sooner, you can do that. If you want to hold your breath longer, go for it. This isn't really like me teaching. This is just me sharing what I do when I'm, practicing yoga by myself. Um, so sometimes I don't talk through, um, a lot of those things. Like I don't tell you just to go ahead and exhale whenever you're ready, because I'm doing my practice and I'm holding it as long as I need to hold it. So this is just like a rough, kind of class, really, really rough class. But I really recommend that if you like these videos and you're watching them and you've never gone to a Kundalini class, to go to one and meet an instructor in the flesh, because they will be able to observe you while you're doing these practices. And if you're doing something wrong, they'll help you correct it. And if you're doing something right, they'll go ahead and encourage you. And it really is a safety for you, because Kundalini yoga is a pretty powerful energy. And if you don't have somebody to kind of guide you through that, what it can do is actually reinforce some of your neuroses instead of help you. And I don't think that's true for everybody. It's just that small percentage out there. So I just kind of feel like I have to say that, just to cover that, just so you know that that's a thing. So let's go ahead and start with some ego eradicator before we start the Kriya. Just a quick breathing exercise. The fingers are folded over, not into full fists, but the fingertips are on top of the finger pads. The thumbs are sticking out. These arms are stretched out to 60 degrees with the thumbs pointing towards the ceiling. And we're going to do breath of fire, a short inhalation to exhalation through the nose with a slight belly pulse on the exhalation. If women are pregnant or on their period, they should not do this breath. Just do long, deep breathing with the same arm position. Eyes closed. Imagine that breath going in and out of the third eye point. And if anytime you get dizzy during this practice, just stop, take a couple normal breaths, and then resume breath of fire when you're ready. Inhale, bring the thumbs touching over the head. Raise the fingers up to the ceiling, hold the breath. Exhale, slowly bring the hands sweeping down through the aura to bring the fingertips to touch to the ground. Just sit for a moment and let that energy circulate. Breath of fire activates the navel point area, the solar plexus, which is kind of the radiating heater energy of the body. So if you kind of activate that, you give it a chance to radiate throughout the rest of the body and kind of recalibrate everything for you. But don't linger there too long. We'll just move right along now. You just kind of give it a second after intense Kundalini exercises like that. There are some really long built-in rests in some of our Kriyas, some of our exercise sets. It'll say, now rest for 5 or 10 minutes in corpse pose. But otherwise, you just rest for 10, 20, 30 seconds, minute max between things. Otherwise, it just gets kind of too spaced out. And you want to stay grounded during your Kundalini yoga practice. So now you're going to sit. The next thing we're going to do, only do this on a completely empty stomach. Otherwise, sit out for this exercise and you can join us for further exercises. Sit in easy pose with the hands on the knees, make a beak out of the mouth, and drink as much air as you can into the stomach using short, continuous sips, as if you are swallowing. Pull in and hold. Roll the stomach to the left. When the breath is held for half of its maximum time, reverse the direction to the right. Continue rolling the stomach as long as possible with the neck lock implied, chin tucked down into the chest. When the breath cannot be held any longer, straighten the spine, exhale slowly, not powerfully, through the nose. Repeat this exercise 2 more times. Says here, note, always do this on an empty stomach and no more than twice per day. So inhale. Hold. Exhale slowly through the nose. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale. Last time, inhale. Great. And come into baby pose. Forehead on the ground. With the heels on the floor, sitting on the heels, touch the forehead to the floor, place the hands, palms up by the hips. Imagine that there's a big 100-pound tail coming off the end of your spine and wag it to make it break the wall. Move the hips left to right only a few inches as if the tailbone traces a U shape. This will turn the navel and the lower abdomen as you move. Continue for 3 minutes. So just imagine you have a big tail at the end of your tailbone, big, huge reptilian tail, and you're wagging it back and forth as much as you can. Bring your hands to your knees and slowly press yourself up. Come line on the back. Press the toes forward and lift the legs 3 feet and start long, deep breathing. You can put your hands underneath your tailbone for a little added support for your lower back. Slowly lower your legs down. Rest for just a moment. For this next exercise, I might not have enough room on my platform, but I'm just going to do my best. I've got just this little meditation platform here that's got limited space. So what you're going to do is you're going to be lying on your back and bring the legs overhead and catch the toes. Then you're going to roll back and forth from the base of the spine to the neck, holding onto the toes, and keep rocking for 3 minutes. I'm going to start in a different position. They're suggesting that you go back into Plough Pose. Grab your toes up above your head like this and roll forward. But I don't think I have enough room to do a full plow, so I'm going to start from the up position first and see how much room I have. So I like to come into this position actually by sitting in like a butterfly pose with the knees really up high. Grab the toes, bring them up into the air so you're kind of in this V, almost like a boat, right? You roll onto the back. Try to bring the toes to the ground, and you come back up into the sitting position like this. You just do this over and over again. Coming in plow, and then coming back up. It's kind of difficult. It takes a lot of strength and a lot of balance, so just do your best. You may notice that you migrate a little bit. So halfway through here, we've got less than halfway through. We're less than halfway through now. Or excuse me, more than halfway through. Just reposition yourself so you can stay on your mat or platform or whatever you got. Last couple of times. Exhale, slowly lower your legs down. Into a nice seated pose. As calmly as possible, bring the right thumb to the right nostril, closing it off. Inhale through the left nostril. With the little finger, close off the left nostril and exhale through the right. We're going to continue in this pattern for 3 minutes. So inhale through the left. Exhale through the right. Exhale through the right nostril. Then lower your hand and deeply inhale through both. Place the hands in Venus lock, which is the fingers interlaced with the thumbs pressing on the pads of the opposite thumb. One side, you're going to be pressing on the underside of the Venus mound, which is the thumb mound. That's why we call it Venus lock. The other hand's going to be pressing on the top part of the Venus mound. This mudra is placed at the in front of the heart center, comfortably a few inches from the heart center, with the palms facing towards the chest. And you're going to inhale as you turn your head to the left and exhale as you turn your head to the right. So we don't do this motion too fast or too slow. This mantra is actually the perfect speed for this. I don't know if you can hear it, but they're saying hummy hum gram hum. So you can say hummy hum as you turn to the left in your head, of course, because you're just breathing. And then turn your head to the right and mentally chant gram hum as you exhale. Inhale to the center. And exhale. And then sitting in an easy pose still, you're going to stretch the arms out to the side, parallel to the ground. You're going to swing the arms back for 1 minute. Yep. Inhale. Bring the fingertips to the shoulders. While the breath is held, imagine the energy circulating in the body. Exhale. Imagine that energy flowing to all parts of your body and feel refreshed, and just sit for a moment. And you guys, if you've been watching, you know I don't like to do Savasana during my online sadhana because it's just a bunch of dead air time. No pun intended. So please do that after the video. So we're gonna go ahead and do a meditation, and then you'll go ahead and do Savasana on your own afterwards. And also, I started today off with just some little calisthenics. I really wanted to go outside and jog today, but the chemical spraying in the sky is just way too much for me today. And if you don't know anything about geoengineering and chemtrails, you should look that up. And I noticed that they do the programming for the spraying in the sky gets really ramped up around national holidays and other big things. Like when the Pope was in town, it was a big deal. There was unprecedented spraying in New York when the Pope was in town. And then for Halloween, I was upstate. I noticed a bunch of spraying on Halloween Day. Of course, yesterday for Thanksgiving, there was tons of spraying. And then today there also is, so it's kind of like after the holiday as well. And there's this Black Friday manipulation going on. So they kind of create this chemical cocktail soup in our environment and in our food and in our media to kind of keep us hypnotized. So I'm trying to get over that fear of going outside when they spray, because I shouldn't be scared to stay in, and be afraid and have to stay in my house all the time. But it's something that I'm working on. So I decided to just not go outside today and run. Instead, I stayed inside and I jogged in place while punching as hard as I could for 5 minutes. And then I did frog pose, which is kind of our squats, for a while. So you can look up that if you want, or just choose some other kind of calisthenics. You can do sun salutations for 5 minutes straight. That's definitely a good kind of overall body workout. It works the abs, the arms, the legs, gets a good stretch in there, good inversion in there. So let's just dive right into a meditation. We're just going to do it for 5 minutes today. You're going to bring the fingertips of the right hand onto the pads below the fingers of the left hand, interlace the thumbs, and then you're going to bring this mudra off to the side at about 60-degree angle and close your eyes. And you're going to inhale through your nose, exhale through the mouth. And on that exhale, draw the belly in as close as you can to the spine, really emptying the belly of air, the lungs of air, working that abdomen point a little bit, navel point a little bit, and then inhale again through the nose. And continue. Exhale completely, hold the breath out. Inhale, relax the arms. Sit for a moment. Take a couple deep, nourishing breaths, slow into the belly. Close with the long time sun, so bring your hands together, rubbing them briskly. Bring the thumbs to the heart center. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. And inhale to sing. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on, guide your way on. One more. Sat Nam. Satnam. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great weekend. I just want to make a little comment about the holidays and why I don't celebrate them and what I do celebrate. So I just don't celebrate anything that doesn't really have any meaning to me. And Thanksgiving doesn't really have any meaning to me. I've never had a big family. I don't like binge eating. I don't like a lot of the food that's served during Thanksgiving. And I don't like the fake history behind it either. So I kind of choose to not really give it a whole lot of energy. Having said that, I really like stuffing and I really like potatoes. And I stayed home yesterday and I made that, and that's what I had. And it was mostly vegan, except for about a tablespoon of butter in my stuffing for flavor. Otherwise, I had mostly olive oil. And I celebrate other things that have more meaning to me. So the full moon was also on Thanksgiving, and that was a full moon in Gemini with the sun in Sagittarius. And that's all about like ideas and higher learning and communicating them and spiritual truth and, learning and a quest for that truth. That means something to me. That has meaning to me. So that's what I celebrated. I encourage you to just find your own meaning if you continue to celebrate Thanksgiving, because you do have a big family and you do like that food and you like that celebration. That's fine, but make sure that it has a genuine meaning for you and it's not this kind of manufactured meaning that you've just kind of been passively accepting your whole life. More about the dangers of passive consumption on my blog at Breath of Fire at Blogspot if you are interested in anything like that. Otherwise, just try to be happy and spend time with people that you love and make genuine actions and say genuine words. And if you don't have anything really genuine to say, then just keep your mouth quiet for a while and just observe and listen and learn. I'm working on that all the time. I wear a throat chakra necklace to really keep me reminded and just speaking what's truth to me. And sometimes that's hard, and sometimes that means saying things that's going to really irritate some people. And I have to say I've maybe burned some bridges along the way because I'm learning too. But I think it's really important. So make sure to go ahead now and have a nice rest. And when you wake up from your Shavasana, have a big glass of water or a nice glass of tea, and try to carry this energy throughout the rest of your day and the rest of your weekend. Sat now.